Strange but shalom and greetings to you all. Now, I know it's going to sound a little bit crazy, but I was thinking of Hanukkah the other day. The bringing of light into darkness of winter, symbolizing the bringing of light into our lives when they too go dark, often in spirit and feeling. But we're moved at an inherent level deep down when we come together in a gathering. Collective consciousness of seekers showing faith, any and all faith, love, and any and all love. Our spirit renews. It's a true chavura, it's a fellowship. It's an expressing of our nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes. It unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. You know, together, we're always individuals in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own special way. So once again, please do go ahead, invite everybody, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever way you want to gather and share. From Psalm 133, the Hine Matov, come together. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Ya. Hine Matov, Shevet Achim Gam Ya. How good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. Let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world, my friends. Remember, this is you setting aside just a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whoever, whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. That's a part of your cabinet, your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you control, what you can correct in life. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs. When we come together, we generate genuine human feeling. There's something special about human compassion and decency. We band together to provide for those who have less. We rise to occasions because we know it's right. Friends, it's not knowing the truth that produces change, but self-knowledge, awareness. As we allow them to inculcate in us, we see things more clearly and we grow. The lights of Hanukkah remind us of that. And the light of the summer is our time for that. We have more light, we can see better, and it is the light that we send to help heal those in need of healing. It is the light we send out to help with the blessings of God. So let's take some time now. Let's use that light, that intention, and send some of that goodwill, some renewal and healing out to whoever you know that needs it. Healing and renewal for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out for those you know and for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. They don't have to be sick. It's because they're in your hearts and your minds. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world. It's the tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. It's our task to help heal the world. It's not something we're necessarily ever going to complete. Not at the rate we're going. It's an ongoing commitment that we make to be dealt with in every lifetime. So we each do our part. We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the world, because as we change ourselves, we change the conditions of life. And a part of that healing of the world is the sending of the thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everyone. And like I said, they don't have to be sick, as long as they're in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send energy out for people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for Jerry, for Daniel, for poor Tracy and Aurelia, for the builder, for Kathleen, for Dave, for Mookie, for all the sacred animal friends everywhere, for everyone you know who's in need, for everyone you know everywhere, for the whole world, our friends for the bee. It is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care. Because the world is a world of spirit, and spirit, my friends, never dies. Me. Shomer. Avotainu. Makor Chal. Limotainu. May the source of strength bless the one that's before us. Help us find the courage make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Mishperach, let us all of our spirits renew. It's a great prayer for healing, because we call upon God to heal as He's healed before. Mishperach, may He who blessed, because all healing's a blessing. And there's a couple of Hebrew words for you. Now let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Then a part of growth is not just our growth as individuals, but as nations grow. The micro and the macro. A child is born, is weaned, grows, learns, becomes independent, generates their own ideas, beliefs, form their own families. Countries do the same. Often they grow from an idea. We just saw the celebration of America's growth from an idea of freedom. We're reading about the growth of a nation freed, the original freedom, freed from the slavery of doubt and fear by the Creator of all. As this week we read Chukat The Law. Now, it's forever been known as the episode of the red heifer, a mythical creature which is searched for in every generation, and of which there's been very few recorded anyhow since biblical times. When I wake up this morning, looked all around, see my milk cow, but she can't be found. Hollered, please, don't do me wrong. If you see my milk cow, Lord, won't you send her home? Really? Are we waiting for a ginger cow? I think not. This reading, my friends, is really about the nature of things, as we see in people, families, governments, worlds. It's about the changing of the guard, micro and macro. And, as to the red heifer, there's other times we'll talk about that, but, we're not going to talk about it today, because this is all about the changing of the guard. Gentlemen, he said, I don't need your organization. I've shined your shoes, I've moved your mountains and marked your cards, but Eden's burning. Either brace yourself for elimination, or else your hearts must have the courage for changing of the guard. Changing of the guards, man, always was, always will be. Now, I'm not going to talk a lot about it, but there's also this other fantastic story in the reading about another animal. It's often ignored. It's a strange story about a bronze snake that belonged to Moses, and we'll talk about it in another show. So we have this red heifer, we have this bronze snake. Next week we're going to have probably one of my all-time favorite stories in the Bible, and it's got an animal in it too, so we're going to save animals till next week. But this is keeping with the theme of change, is what we're really going to see here. We have the deaths of Miriam and Aaron. We get the reveal as to the great sin of Moses and why he was not allowed to complete the mission he was given back at the burning bush. That's what's all wrapped up in this one little reading that we're doing here. Well, the journey's just begun, but we're about to go through a time tunnel of 40 years. Hey, we went through one of 400 years in the move from Genesis to Exodus. Changes upon us. Numbers 21. And the children of Israel, all the congregation, came to the wilderness of Zin in the first month. And the people stayed in Kadesh. And Miriam died there and was buried there. Well, that's it. That's kind of like the death of Sarah. It's a simple fact. Miriam died. No mourning, no fanfare. But the true nature of the people continues. Numbers 22. There's no water for the congregation. And they assembled against Moses and against Aaron. And the people quarreled with Moses, and they said, saying, if only we had expired when our brothers expired in front of the Lord. Why have you brought God's community to this wilderness to die there, we and our cattle? Why did you bring us up from Egypt to bring us to this bad place? It's not a place of seed and fig and vine and pomegranate. There's no water to drink. Complaint after complaint, and always Egypt, Egypt, Egypt. Even though the former leaders of the complaints, the insurrectionists, were killed, it did not stop the complaining. The people still complain. They have since the beginning. When something isn't right, the human spirit knows. Friends, fear and slavery is easy. That's why they wanted to go back to Egypt. Self-determination and freedom, now that takes work. These people are not prepared for the work, and maybe that's why their 11-day journey became a 40-year process. It wasn't a 40-year journey. Now, last week we saw an insurrection put down. Those who objected or spoke up in defense of the ability of all, that everybody be given a chance, they were all killed. There's a new order with a new set of instructions, and it must be instilled in the people. We can complain, we can make, and we can insist upon change, but there's a simple little thing that goes hand in hand with all this. We all know people who complain incessantly, and they're often the same who show no consideration. We need to be considerate of others all the time, because we would want them to be considerate of us. So after these people complain again about what they're lacking compared to what they had, Aaron and Moses go to the tent of meeting to meet with God. Numbers 27, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, take the staff and assemble the congregation, you and Aaron your brother, and you shall speak to the rock before their eyes, and it will give you its water. You shall bring water out of the rock for them, and give a drink to the congregation and their cattle. You know what? Easy instructions. And Moses and Aaron assembled the community opposite the rock, and he said to them, listen, rebels, shall we bring water out of this rock for you? And Moses lifted his hand and struck the rock with his staff twice, and much water came out. And the congregation and their cattle drank. Did you see the problem? This has been debated for thousands of years. Did Moses change the instructions? Numbers 20:12. And the Lord said to Moses and to Aaron, because you did not trust in me to make me holy before the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore you shall not bring this community to the land that I've given them. What happened? By hitting the rock, was Moses making it appear more as if it's his own doing that's producing the water than if he had just spoken to the rock and watched the water flow out as God said? His saying we, did it have the same effect verbally that his physical action has visually? Well, Moses did not do two things. He did not trust in God. Had he trusted, he would have done as he was told. And he did not make God holy in the eyes of the people. He elevated himself, not God. This is what God sees. So Moses' sin, for which he is condemned to die outside the borders of the promised land, is his presumptuous claim at the very moment he's supposed to sanctify God in the eyes of the people, that it is he and Aaron who will bring forth the water from the rock. Maybe he should have asked God, how would you like to have been made holy? Right? I always tell people, don't ask. Don't guess. Find out. Make inquiry. Find out specifically. What's it take to meet somebody's expectation? We spend so much time guessing what people want when all we have to do is ask. Don't let me drift too far. Keep me where you are, where I will always be renewed. And that what you're giving me today is worth more than I can pay. And no matter what they say, I believe in you. Oh, I believe in you. When winter turns to summer, I believe in you. When white turns to black, I believe in you. Even though I be outnumbered. Oh, though the earth may shake me, oh, my friends forsake me, oh, even that couldn't make me go back. this really all about ego? Is God's ego so fragile? Maybe it is. Just go back and read the unfolding of the plagues. But then the final shift of the changing of the guard takes place. Numbers 20:24. Let Aaron be gathered to his people, because he shall not come to the land that I have given to the children of Israel, because you rebelled against my word at the waters of Meribah. God tells them that they themselves did exactly what they were supposed to stop the people from doing. It's especially painful for Moses, who said, listen, rebels, to initiate this whole thing, to hear God apply that word now to him. And friends, our leaders cannot violate the very instruction that they uphold and are supposed to teach to others. We'll see Moses give instructions to Eleazar, the son of Aaron, and therefore he is the automatic successor to Aaron, father to son. And this cements the process that's been put in place and shows the importance of a smooth and accepted transition. This tells us how it will be, and the story and the debate. Numbers 20:25. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, take them to Mount Hor. Take off Aaron's clothes, and you shall put them on Eleazar his son, and Aaron will be gathered and die there. And all the congregation saw that Aaron had expired, and all the house of Israel mourned Aaron 30 days. Miriam's gone. Moses is told he's not going to be allowed to take the people into the promised land. Aaron now dies. The people are camped on the river. Yes, my friends, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, and be blessed. Share and honor the light, and all who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everyone. And end to terror and hatred. Friends, we're a community. We learn together, we celebrate each other, we love each other, we share this ride together, men and women equally. So let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do learn to forgive, learn to love, including yourself. Open your hearts, honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them, and take advantage of the time you have. Enjoy the journey, because we take the twists and turns and the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our efforts to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe. And remember, we set in motion all that happens in our lives. Our intention, our kavana, our cause, our effect, everything's linked. As I said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven, because you have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged, and ask forgiveness. But you must do so with sincerity, with accountability, with vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you as you learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? If you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your own promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming. Keep on being. Keep sharing. Keep shining. Keep teaching. Keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear. Follow love, because it's always in front of you. And remember to have faith and unwavering adherence to principle, just as I have faith in the principle of love and of all of you. Act with purity of heart and mind. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year. May you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because the deepest source of your real power, my friends, it lies in your consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform the lives around you. You're never alone. You're forever blessed and have the ability to bring blessings to everybody you meet, health, love, and renewal to everybody you come across, because we're all energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless, and be generous. Bless others and bless yourself. Love with the heart, because we're part of a greater whole, and embrace love, not fear. Forgiveness, not anger. And be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. Continue to explore faith and belief and what they mean to you. Never accept shame as a natural state. Whatever you feel others have felt, whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together. We learn together, and we help each other, because we're each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have that special someone in our lives, so find them. Tell them what they mean. And remember, you're never alone on your journey to your promised land. Keep forgiving all those you need to forgive, and keep asking forgiveness from those you need to ask forgiveness of. Enjoy the week, my friends. Continue to improve your will upon the universe. And remember, when someone you love is gone, they're never fully gone. You'll continue to see them in your dreams. Aaron's gone. Miriam's gone. Moses is going to be gone. But they live with us in our hearts, as do all the people who you love. Though the days are long, twilight sings a song of the happiness that used to be. Soon my eyes will close. Soon I'll find repose. And in my dreams, you're always near to me. 'Cause I'll see you in my dreams. Hold you in my dreams. Someone took you out of my arms. Still I feel the thrill of your charms. Yes, I see you in my dreams. Well, thanks for joining me, my friends. Have a great week. Keep sharing the light. Keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Have a little faith, and continue to spread goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.